Good afternoon, folks. Don Tyson, Blake Perryman coming to you from Dover High School in Dover, Oklahoma. We've got Area 2, District 1 finals tonight. The Dover Lady Longhorns taking on the Fort Cobb Broxton Lady Mustangs in the championship game of this district tournament. Big ball game tonight. Winner of this contest will move in to the winner's bracket of playoff basketball, and they will play next Thursday at 6:30 right here in Dover. The loser of this contest has got a long road to hoe, Blake, as they try to make it to everyone's destination, the big house in Oklahoma City. If you lose this game tonight, you've got to win 6 straight games to make it to the state tournament. So this is the one you really want to win right here. Bring in my partner, Blake Perryman. Glad to have you with us, Blake. Looking forward to a couple of good ball games tonight. What do you think?
I agree with you, Don. And at the same time, you say, well, if you win this one, you're in a pretty good spot.
Right.
You lose it, you got to win 6 straight. But there's been a couple teams that have done it.
Oh, yeah, it's not impossible. Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely not impossible. And looking at records and from what we've seen, and we've covered Fort Cobb all year, both of these teams I could see doing that exact thing.
A lot of potential here on the court tonight, I believe. No doubt about it. It's a great time of year. High school basketball playoffs are really exciting, especially in small towns like Dover and Fort Cobb and these towns around. When you get down to the playoffs, generally everybody in town goes to the ball game if they can, and they travel. Both these teams travel very well. And next week in the regional, Dover is going to host a regional sub-site here on Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday, the regional will move to Coyle for the Friday and Saturday games. And of course, the area tournament will be played in Stroud. Once again, I read in the paper a few days ago where OSAA has determined that they're going to keep the same format in the state tournament as they had last year, and they're going to play all the Class A and B games, I think, in the Fairgrounds Arena, and they're going to start on Tuesday instead of their normal Thursday. So they'll have games Tuesday through Saturday, which was pretty interesting last season. It worked out pretty well. I guess everyone liked it, so they're going to repeat that this year. So everybody's destination, as long as I can remember, is to try to make it to the big house in Oklahoma City. So, there's a good possibility some of these teams playing here tonight will make it there. We hope so anyway. Hope so. We're going to, after this girls contest, we're going to have another Dover-Fort Cobb matchup. It'll be the boys. Both boys teams, Fort Cobb and Dover, will be playing tonight after this girls game concludes. As both teams now wrapping up their warm-up session before the game. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate the folks here at Dover webcasting this event so all the folks back home could tune in and watch their favorite teams compete today in the district finals. Appreciate the Dover Longhorn schools for putting this event on the web. First, we'll have, in a moment or two, we'll have the national anthem, after which we'll have the starting lineups, and the national anthem we'll pause to listen to that great song. And we're about set for that right now, so we'll pause for our national anthem.
So proudly we hail.
Now, rousing rendition of our national anthem. Fantastic. The Lady Mustangs of Fort Cobb will be the visiting team on the scoreboard, and they will have their team introductions first. Dover Lady Longhorns got a lot of tradition here. Blake, as I look here at Jim, the banners hanging over the top of the court. State champions in 2001, 2, 3, and 5. So quite a run they had. Starting for the Lady Mustangs, we'll have a sophomore, number 1, Zoe Brown. A sophomore, number 3, Kalia Silverhorn. A junior, number 12, Ginger Bear, who had 20 points last night in their first contest. A senior, number 14, Riley Rip. And a freshman, number 15, Reagan Rip. The Lady Mustangs are coached by Miss Jana Rogers, assisted by Kelsey Shumpert. They have a record of 9 wins and 16 losses. And last evening in the first round of the district, they defeated Oilton 56-33. For the Dover Lady Longhorns, a home team on the scoreboard in their home white uniforms, red numerals. They start a sophomore, number 10, Carly Harveston. A freshman, number 11, Riley Buck. A senior, number 13, Camry McNulty. A sophomore, number 20, Caitlin Harveston. And a freshman, number 23, Joy Caldwell. The Lady Longhorns are coached by Mr. Brett Pitts, assisted by Brian Randall. And they come into this game ranked number 19 in the state with a record of 18 wins and 7 losses.
You know, Don, sitting here looking at a few of the banners that they have hung up here, I bet it's kind of like what we're used to at Fort Cobb at home. There's a lot of wins in this gym.
Oh, yeah.
For them.
Absolutely right. The Lady Longhorns have proud tradition. Girls basketball, as does her boys, and looking forward to a good contest tonight. It'll be jumping center for Dover will be Caitlin Harveston against Ginger Bear, and we're about set to go. Lady Longhorns in their white uniforms and Lady Mustangs in their road blues. Out front, Silverhorn, out over to Riley Rip. They swing around the perimeter. Good aggressive defense by the Longhorns. They kick it to Bear, now around the perimeter. That's kind of the hallmark of Dover, is this good aggressive defense. Tight man-to-man. They get the ball to Reagan Rep. Her shot's no good. Rebound quickly by Joy Caldwell, and here come the Lady Longhorns quickly into the front court. That's Harveston with it out front. Caitlin. Left side to Carly. They swing it in the corner. Fort Cobb playing a man-to-man defense as well. Harveston holding, now out front to Riley Buck. And there's a bounce pass to Joy Caldwell, and she lays it in for an easy 2 on the backside. Good offensive possession by the Lady Longhorns, and now they come out in a man-to-man press in the backcourt. Brown quickly ahead. Over to Ginger Bear, low block, shot fake, shot no good, off the backboard too hard. Rebound, Caitlin Harveston quickly into the front court. Over to McNulty, pass Winterai into the paint, and Ginger Bear comes away with it.
Like on that last possession, if you want to have a chance in this game, if you're Fort Cobb, you have to cash in on those opportunities. She got 2 defenders in the air off that pump fake. Wasn't able to get the shot to fall.
They get it down low to Bear. She turns, faces a basket. Her shot's no good. Good defense that time by Harveston. Chases down the rebound along the baseline into the front court. And hands it off to, that's Buck on the drive around Bear. Her shot's too hard off the backboard and out of bounds. Off of Dover, they say. And it'll be the Lady Mustangs basketball. Silverhorn to inbound. Good pressure in the backcourt by the Longhorns. Silverhorn finally gets it into Brown. Riley Buck guarding her closely.
Just Brown here in the first 2 minutes, you can already see the change in defense that the Lady Mustangs are facing from last night to tonight.
Much more aggressive tonight, no question about that. There's Bear down on the low block. She turns around, bumps it in for 2, and we're tied at 2. We've played 1 minute and 20 seconds here. or 2 minutes and 20 seconds, I should be. Down to Caldwell, and she's going to be bumped and fouled by Ginger Bear. That's one of the things the Lady Mustangs really don't want to happen, is to get Bear into foul trouble if she's night in, night out their leading scorer. And she picks up an early one here, trying to defend Caldwell on the low block. Long pass out front. Back to Harveston. Out to Caitlin Harveston. Back to Carly and Caitlin playing. Now there's Caldwell right in front of the basket. Goes around Bear, lays it in for two. Boy, that's a tough matchup right there, Blake, as Caldwell is very quick, athletic, and Bear's going to have her hands full defending her without fouling.
That's exactly right. That's what I was about to say. If you didn't say it, I was going to.
4-2 our score. There's a pass on the give and go to Bear. Her shot's no good. Riley Rep putback is good, and there's a foul. And a foul is going to be charged to number 20, Caitlin Harveston. And that will be her first personal, first team foul. And Riley Rep will be at the line trying to give the Lady Mustangs a lead. And she does. 5-4, Fort Cobb on top.
Good thing to see her getting going early, only senior on the Lady Mustangs roster. And there at the start of the season, I believe, didn't she have 17 in the first game? And
yep.
Hasn't had many since like that, but.
Shot no good. And we're going to have a jump ball on the rebound. And it'll stay with Dover. Yeah, I'll tell you, Dover's got a young ball club as well. They start a couple of freshmen, a couple of sophomores, and a senior. There's Harveston right down the middle of the lane. Caitlin Harveston on a good inbounds play, and Dover back on top 6-5.
Looks like this one might be back and forth all night.
That'd be a good one to watch for sure. We hope so. Hope it's a good one. Reagan Rip along the baseline, cut off by Harveston. Back out to Silverhorn. Over to Brown, right side. Free throw line. Kicks it left wing to Reagan Rip along the baseline. Good aggressive defense by Dover. They play a tight man-to-man. They're trying to lob it in, can't do it. Swinging around the perimeter to Brown. Caldwell doing a great job on Bear. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by the Lady Longhorns. Quickly into the front court is Riley Buck. Pass into the lane, kick back out. Harveston now with it, 16-foot jumper, no good. And Ginger Bear is going to be fouled as Harveston, I think, went over the back. That's Carly. As that'll be the second team foul on the Lady Longhorns. First foul on Harveston. Carly Harveston. I need to make sure I'm clear on that because there are two Harvestons on the floor. Silverhorn.
Well, you could probably say first on Harveston. They both have one.
There you go. Silverhorn dribbling. McNulty on her. Way out front. They're doing a good job denying Brown the ball. Now Reagan Rep has it with her sister Riley setting the screen to give and go. Or the pick and roll, I should say. Shot no good. And Caldwell gets the rebound. Pick and roll worked pretty good. They couldn't get the shot to fall.
I believe that's the second or third time it's worked.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any of them's resulted in a basket.
There's a block by one of the Rep sisters. I'm not sure which one got it. But here comes Fort Cobb now with 3:09 to play. Silverhorn, three-pointer good. Kalia Silverhorn, a long three. She had 4 of those last night. And Fort Cobb on top, 8-6. Carly Harveston over to Caitlin. Back to Carly. Gets by Silverhorn. Left-handed layup good. Beautiful move by Caitlin Harveston.
Well, those two make it look easy.
Oh, they're nice ball players for sure. And we're going to have a 5-second violation. It was great work that time by Dover on the press as Fort Cobb couldn't get it inbounded within the 5-second time limit, so it's a turnover. 2:42 to play. Opening period, and there's a bump off the glass. No good. Boy, they missed a point blanker right there. And Bear there for the rebound. But Harveston takes it away. That's Carly. Over to Caitlin. Ball kicked down. Caldwell picks it up at the center line. Left side now to Harveston. In the corner to Buck. Things kind of slow down here. I'll tell you, that's quite a battle between Caldwell and Baird down on the low block. Officials letting them play a little bit. Lob pass down to Carly. She gets the ball wrestled away from Brown. Couldn't get the shot to fall. Silverhorn rebounds it along the baseline. Pass up ahead to Reagan Rep. Left-handed layup is blocked by Caitlin Harveston. Quickly into the front court to Carly, and she can't track down the pass, and it bounds out of bounds. And it will be turned back over to Fort Cobb. In a tie ball game, 8-8. Boy, it's been an entertaining game so far. Blake, 8-8.
Back and forth. And Don, it almost feels like to me the Zoe Brown guarding Carly Harveston feels like a mismatch. Because Harveston's got at least 4 inches on her, but she's a guard.
She got quite a height advantage. There's going to be a foul on Riley Buck as Reagan Rep was trying to advance the ball into the front court. This is everything a district final game ought to be, though, right now.
That's right.
That's the 3rd team foul on the Lady Longhorns. Brown into the front court. Over to Reagan Rep. Gets a screen from Riley. They swing it around to Brown in the corner. Gets a screen from Baird just inside the 3-point arc. Her jumper won't go. And the Longhorns come away with it. Long pass up ahead to Caitlin. Nice catch. Ball loose on the floor, though. Now it's going to be tied up. And it will be Fort Cobb's ball on the alternating possession with 1:20 to play, opening period. Set to inbound will be Silverhorn. Good aggressive defense by Dover. They get it into Brown. Good matchup here with Buck. Silverhorn over to Reagan Rip. To Brown, right side, holding. Trying to lob it into Bear, but Caldwell's doing a great job defending her. Over to Reagan Rip. Ball's poked loose, and it picked up by Caldwell. And she gets it over to Caitlin Harveston into the front court. 47 seconds to play, opening period. Carly now with it. Over to Camry McNulty. 2 sets of twins on this Dover team. There's a left wing 3, too hard. And the ball's taken away by McNulty. Great work there as Reagan Rep had the ball, and McNulty took it away from her. And then Reagan Rep fouled her on the shot. And that foul will be the first on Reagan Rep, and shooting 2 will be Camry McNulty. In a tie ball game, 8-8, with 30 seconds to play, opening period. McNulty's first free throw is good.
That's the first basket anyone's had in a while.
Yeah. That started off pretty quick on the scoring, and it's pretty good defense on both ends, I would say. McNulty makes them both. And the Longhorns back on top 10-8. Trying to get it inbound. They finally do it to Reagan. Left-handed dribble quickly down the left side all the way to the baseline. Picks up her dribble. Silverhorn with 21 seconds. See if the Mustangs play for 1 here. Bounce pass Riley Rip. Trying to get a lob to Brown. That won't work. Now they get it to her left wing. 9 seconds in the paint. Ball knocked away. And here comes Harveston all the way down. Left-handed layup is good. Caitlin Harveston. And that will do it. After 1 period of play, Dover 12, Fort Cobb Broxton 8. You're listening to the Longhorn Basketball Network.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers.
Talk about a win-win.
Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Team up with Pioneer iVideo and start streaming the most popular TV shows and movies from your favorite devices today. Download the iVideo app and start watching anywhere in your home using Pioneer Internet. Each package includes free high-definition and cloud DVR features like video on demand, Restart TV, and Replay TV, just in case you forget to record a program. Visit gopioneer.com for more details and compatible devices. Some restrictions apply.
Welcome back to Dover, folks. We'll turn it over to Blake for shooting percentages there in the first period. Blake?
There in the first quarter, Dover was 5 for 12 from the field, 42% there. Missed the only 3 they took. Lady Mustangs 3 for 10 from the field, even 30%, and perfect behind the arc, 1 for 1.
What's the turnover situation?
Dover has 3 so far, Fort Cobb with 5. So for the defense that both these teams are playing, very aggressive style, surprising that isn't any higher.
Pretty low number, that's right. Hardly be Dover's basketball. Starts the second period. You're going left or right on the radio dial. Both teams have played man-to-man throughout so far. Pretty aggressive, as Blake said. There's a give and go, and Brown hustles back to tap it away to stay with Dover. So far, leading score for Caitlin Harveston with 6 and Caldwell with 4. Bounce pass into Caldwell. Kick it in the corner. 3-pointer on the way by McNulty's no good. Bear for the rebound. They're going to have a tie-up. And they will go to Fort Cobb on the alternating possession. Okay, that's a good battle to watch there. Caldwell and Bear. Both athletic players. Appears they're bringing the best out of them. Silverhorn into the front court.
Don, one thing to think about here, as close of a game as this is, neither team took a timeout there in that first quarter.
They're going to save them until the fourth quarter when they really need them.
That's exactly right.
This is shaping up to be a fourth-quarter game, that's for sure. Bear holding. And now they're going to change their tactics. Coach Rogers calling for a 4-out situation, trying to get it into Bears. Might have got away with a travel, and she's going to be fouled on the floor. They're trying to spread the floor and let Bear go to work in the paint, I think. The objective there.
Well, it worked a couple times there early on in the game, and they haven't really gone to it in a few minutes.
It's Caldwell's first foul. They get it back down to Bear. Turnaround shot is no good. They're going to call an offensive foul. She turned around to face the basket, and for some reason they call a foul on that. That's her second personal. Good position by Caldwell, but still looked like a no call to me.
Referee said it looked.
Got her on the head.
Elbowed her in the face, maybe.
Okay. Bear is going to be replaced by Savage, the Lady Mustangs. And she'll have to try to defend Caldwell now. She's just a freshman. Bounce pass down low, double teamed, and they're going to have another jump ball. We've had a bunch of jump balls. Right. This one will stay with Dover. Trying to build on a 4-point lead. 3-pointer on the way. Good by Caitlin Harveston. And that's 9 for Caitlin. And the lead is ballooned to 7, 15-8. Pass to Reagan Rep. Gets across the timeline. And Buck gets her hand on it, knocks it out of bounds. And they say it went off of Brown. And it'll go over to Dover. Big turnover there. Kind of spurted away here in the last couple of minutes. She's walking on the sideline, and they're going to call timeout, taken by Coach Brett Pitts. The Longhorns, it's a 30-second timeout. We'll do the same. We'll be back after the short break.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
15-8 our score. It'll be Dover's basketball inbounding near the score table. 6:18 to play second period. Harley Harveston. it into Caldwell. She gets by the defender, bumps it off the glass for 2. That's 6 for Caldwell. A good inbounds play there. It's a 9-point lead for Dover. Reagan quickly into the front court. Got Riley open on the wing, but can't get it to her, and it's knocked away by Caitlin Harveston out of bounds. Stay with Cobb Broxton. Cobb trying to get it inbounded. Get it to Reagan Rep. Straightaway 3 on the way. Good. Reagan Rep with her first basket. It's 17-11 now. Dover on top of the basketball. Carly with it. Top of the key. It's a screen. She'll try a 3-pointer on the other end. Good. Carly Harveston with her first basket. It's back to a 9-point lead for Dover, 20-11. Brown over the Silverhorn. Into the front court. Picks up her dribble. Now to Zoe Brown. Kicks it right side to Reagan Rep. Dribbles in the paint. Kicks it to Silverhorn. Left side Riley Rep. 3-pointer on the way. Good. Riley Rep with a long tray. And that's 6 for Riley.
3-point contest is back.
Yeah. Good action here in the last couple of minutes by both teams. 20-14. Dover on top. Savage really battling Caldwell down below. Then they get it to Caldwell at the free throw line. She faces Savage, goes around her, buffs it in for 2. She's fouled. Joey Caldwell, she's hard to stop, Blake. She hadn't got a step on Savage and was able to bump it in. And she'll go to the line for the 3-point play attempt. First foul on Savage. And the 14th foul on Fort Cobb Broxton. Caldwell's free throw is no good. It's tapped out to Brown. Front court she comes. Also a dribble. Jumped pretty hard there. Ball loose on the floor. And we're going to have a jump ball. And it'll stay with Fort Cobb. A lot of contact there, Blake.
A lot of contact.
It'll be Silverhorn inbounding. They get it to Brown in the backcourt. Weaves her way through traffic. Reagan Rep, 3-pointer. Good. Reagan Rep with her second tray in a row, and it's 22-17. Biggest lead so far has been 9 for Dover. And it's back to 5 now. Lob it out front to Caldwell. Over to Caitlin Harveston. Bounce Carly Harveston. 4:19 to play in the half. Silverhorn swiping at it. Harveston gets fired. And we're going to have a 5-second call as Silverhorn did a good job defending Harveston off the dribble. And it's a turnover to Fort Cobb. Mustangs into the front court. They've done pretty well with the leading scorer on the bench in the last couple of trips. Bear went out with those 2 fouls. Reagan Reps picked up the slack with a couple of long 3-pointers. Now they got Riley Rep trying to post up somebody that she's picked up her dribble and bucks all over it. Gives it into Savage, going against Caldwell. Picks up her dribble. And we're going to have a timeout taken by Coach Jana Rogers to save a turnover, Blake. There's one of those timeouts they needed. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll be back after this short break.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend,
I'm all for letting them play defense, but whenever
you can't allow that out there.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't let them knock them away from the ball. You can't do that. Welcome back to Dover. Got a good ball game going on here. You know, for some of you folks back in Fort Cobb, the scorekeeper tonight is Laura Hartman Pitts. She is the niece of the late Sandra Bellamy, so some of you folks back home listening on the broadcast tonight would know Laura Hartman, married to Coach Pitts, Laura Hartman Pitts. She's keeping score. I had a nice visit with her before the contest today, really nice lady. Enjoyed visiting with her tonight. Down Bounce passes off the leg of McNulty, and it's turned over to Dover. Harveston now gets by her defender, lays it in for two.
I'm kind of wondering why that wasn't a carry.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been kind of a high dribble there, but sure. 7-point lead now for Dover as Harveston picks up her 5th point. There's Riley Rip. Comes into the paint. Kicks it to Brown, right side to Reagan Rip. 3-pointer on the way, no good this time. And Caldwell there for the rebound. Ahead to Caitlin Harveston into the front court. Brown pokes it away, up ahead to Silverhorn on a good play. 1-on-1 against Harveston. Layup no good. Reagan Rip there for the putback. No good. Rattled out. And it's out of bounds off of Cobb, they say. Turnover to Dover with a 7-point lead. 2:46 to play in the half. Bounce pass to Caldwell. Right side to McNulty. Caitlin with it. Lobs it into Farley in the lane. And Reagan Rip takes it away from him, but they're going to call a jump ball, I believe. And it will stay with Dover. A lot of jump balls today, right?
A lot of them.
Hope they don't wear out the switch on this arrow down here. Flipping it back and forth a few times. Pass out front to McNulty. That's Camry, the only senior on the floor for the Lady Longhorns. Try to get it down to Caldwell. It's tapped out of bounds. And it went off Dover, they say. And it will be turned over to Fort Cobb Broxton. Good defense that time by Brown and Silverhorn.
That was good hustle by Silverhorn to
save it.
Don't think she meant to throw it off the Longhorn's leg, but we'll take it.
There's Brown all the way down, and she's going to pick up a foul on Caldwell. And that was the 2 on Caldwell. And at the line will be Zoe Brown, who really forced the action. That was a good play by Zoe. Take it to the hoop. Now she's going to shoot 2. That's the 5th team foul. Dover, and checking in, replacing Caldwell will be number 2, Ashley Gomez.
Well, now with the 2 post players out, main post players that is, going to be interesting to see how the teams go about it on the offensive end.
Brown converts 4 free throws, and it's 24-18. Dover led it after the first period, 12-8. They've had as big a lead as 9 on a couple of occasions. Lady Mustangs have trimmed it to 5. Gomez with it. Over to Harley Harveston, down to Buck, and she's going to be tied up. Riley Rip got her hands on it. It'll be turned back over to Fort Cobb. It's good defense. Once again, heavy pressure in the backcourt by the Lady Longhorns. Bounce pass into Brown. Brown quickly into the front court. Mostly guarded by Harveston. Now into Riley Rip. Trying to lob it to Savage. Can't do it. Caldwell on the bench. Looks like Fort Cobb may try to get it down on the post if they can. They've got Harveston down there doing a great job. There's Silverhorn through the traffic. Layup's no good. And the rebound is taken by Caitlin Harveston. Quickly have to hit Gomez to Harley Harveston. Long 3-pointer on the way, no good. Silverhorn with the rebound. Pass is knocked away. Carly Harveston, great work over to Buck. Layup is no good. Got her on the rebound, and then she's going to be fouled. What's tough luck there for the Lady Mustangs is they had the rebound, and then Harveston did a good job coming back to intercept the pass and working out pretty good here. That's the first foul on Silverhorn. And Riley Buck will be at the line for the first time. 58 seconds to play. Got a stoppage here. I think maybe Reagan has some tending to a scratch on her leg or something. You know, it's interesting, back before Fort Cobb, you may not realize this, Blake, back when it was before it became Fort Cobb Broxton, and it was just Fort Cobb, they were the Longhorns.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're going to have a timeout taken by Fort Cobb to tend to the injury. We'll take a full timeout. Let's see, 30-second timeout. We'll be back after this short break.
We've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples, Nix, and Diesel Horst, and we are here to help.
All right, I think we've got everybody taped up and ready to go. The Lady Mustangs break their huddle. Riley Buck will be at the line shooting 2. The Lady Longhorns. Yeah, Reagan put a little wrap under her knee. I think somebody broke the skin, I guess. That would have bled out. It's been a lot of contact in the ball game. And Riley's free throw is good. That's her first point for the freshman.
With both teams playing as aggressive as they are, not surprising that there's been that much contact.
Yeah. Good clean play. She makes both free throws. And it's back to a 7-point lead. 26-19 for the Lady Longhorns. Looks like they've gone to kind of a 1-2-2 zone now. Silverhorn over to Brown. Now they're going to hold for 1, it appears. Still a lot of time left. As long as they're in that zone, it's probably a pretty good idea. 33 seconds to play. In the corner we go to Reagan. Now back out to Brown. 28 seconds. Dover moves that zone pretty quickly. They're going to have to get a shot off. They're going to have to really have a quick ball movement here. 17 seconds to play. See if Dover changes their defense here right at the end. Down to 10. Here we go. Silverhorn, left side to Riley. Back to Brown. Reagan Rip. In the corner to Silverhorn. Baseline tray on the way. No good. 2 seconds. Reagan Rip. Put back is good. Reagan Rip with her 8th point of the game. And at the half, Dover leads it 26-21 on an outstanding first half of basketball, Blake.
I'm not quite sure that's how they drew up that last possession, but they got points.
Yeah, they got
They'll
points.
take it.
That's what they wanted. That's right.
Here's the shooting numbers at the break. Both teams are shooting it pretty well.
Yeah.
Dover is 50% from the field, 10 out of 20, 40% from 3, 2 for 5, and 80% from the free throw line. They're 4 for 5 there. Lady Mustangs are 37% from the field, 7 for 19, but 67% from 3. They're 4 for 6.
Well, that's impressive.
And
that's impressive.
they made their first 4. And
I didn't realize that.
They did.
That's right. Silverhorn with 1, Rep with 2. I guess the Rep sisters have 3 between them.
There you go. And Lady Mustangs are perfect at the line, 3 for 3. Both teams have 10 rebounds, so no one's out rebounding anyone. 8 turnovers for Dover, 9 for the Lady Mustangs. Individually scoring here. Reagan Rep leads the Lady Mustangs with 8. Riley right behind her with 6. Clea Silverhorn 3. Ginger Bear and Zoe Brown both with 2. For the Lady Longhorns, Joy Caldwell leads all scorers, tied with Reagan Rep with 8. Both the Harvestons have 7. And then Riley Buck and Cameron McNulty have 2 for the Lady Longhorns. And, was it the first quarter that Bear went out, or was it early in the second?
I think it was early in the second.
Early in the second. Well, we played almost half of that second quarter without either post player.
Right.
And it changed a little bit of the dynamic of the way the game went on. And, there in the start of the game, it was just a battle. And no matter where the ball was, you could look down there and those two were going at it, trying to fight for position, things like that. And then they both went out, had a little bit of foul trouble, and it changed. Even there at the end, Now, it was for one possession, but Dover went to a 1-2-2 instead of a man-to-man. And, little things like that, the coaches see, well, with different personnel, we're going to have to do something different here.
Yeah, exactly.
And neither team took very many threes, but if we're going to play some of the second half without Caldwell and Bear, I would think the three ball might come into play a little bit more.
In a championship game like this, in the finals of a tournament, you expect to see everybody's play increase a little bit, and I think we've seen that today. Both teams, I think, playing very well, both ends of the floor. But what I noticed when Caldwell went out with those two fouls, they moved Harveston down to cover to the post area, and Harveston is her and her sister are the tallest players on the team, and I thought it was a little harder to score down low with Harveston guarding the post just because of her height advantage. But anyway, it'll be something to keep an eye on. Good first half of action as halftime. Dover on top 26-21. We'll take a. Go ahead, Blake.
Before we go to break, I'll give you a little bit of an update here.
Okay.
No matter win or lose, both of these teams will play either Oaks Mission, I believe, or Payton. At the half there at Payton, the Pirates lead at 26-14, so Payton in a sizable lead at half there in that one. So the winner of this one, at least right now, looks like they'll play Payton. Loser will play Oaks.
Okay.
So just a little bit of an update there, and then for the boys, we'll have the same thing. So.
Okay, well, we'll keep an eye on that as we progress here in the second half, so we'll kind of give an update on what to look for next week. All right, thank you, Blake, for that. We'll take a 3-minute timeout. We'll come back, we'll have second half action. You're listening to the Longhorn Network.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Team up with Pioneer iVideo and start streaming the most popular TV shows and movies from your favorite devices today. Download the iVideo app and start watching anywhere in your home using Pioneer Internet. Each package includes free high-definition and cloud DVR features like Video on Demand, Restart TV, and Replay TV, just in case you forget to record a program. Visit gopioneer.com for more details and compatible devices. Some restrictions apply.
Welcome back to Dover, folks. We're about a minute away from second half action. second half is anywhere near as good as this first half play, we're going to have an outstanding finish to this one. Get the cameraman back up here. Move the camera, it'll be all right.
There you
The
go.
cameraman's taking a
Today's
break.
game, everyone's behavior should be characterized by generosity and genuine concern for all parties.
I see him down there.
Sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. Do the right thing. Let's have a great second half, ladies.
And it will be Dover's basketball to start the second half.
Looks like we'll have all the originals out there to start.
Looks like Bear is back out there along with Caldwell. So all both starting fives back in to start the second half. Not really, any serious fouls there, but Bear and Caldwell both have 2. Well, there she turns the corner. Bucks drives no good, and Riley Rep there for the rebound. They had a good possession there, couldn't get the shot in. Now Reagan Rep cross court to Silverhorn. She gets it down to Bear on the low block, turn around and bumps it off the glass for 2. Ginger Bear with her first point. Right over Harveston, and it's a 3-point game. Buck drives across the top of the key, hands it off to Caitlin. Over to McNulty, top of the key. Lob pass to Harveston underneath the basket. Shot good by Caitlin Harveston. And that was awful easy. And she got behind the defense right down the middle of the lane. And the lob pass right over time. It's back to a 5-point lead. Now they're back to the zone. It's really a lot of pressure.
Kind of feels like how we started the game, both teams trading baskets early.
Running a 3-2 zone. They're trying to front Bear at the free throw line. Down low to get it to Bear. Bumps it off the glass, too strong. Got the ball back. Bumps it off the glass, too strong again. Boy, they missed 2-point blankers. And Caldwell comes away with it. Boy, that's a tough one there. Bear got great position. Felt confident she'd make that second one, but it was too hard as well. Silverhorn got her hand on the pass and knocked it out of bounds. When a game this tight, Blake, you need those.
That's right.
You hate to miss those
Man.
close ones. Of course, Dover did the same thing on their opening possession. Riley Buck wasn't able to convert that layup. Silverhorn intercepts the pass. Over to Brown now into the front court. Reagan Rep all alone down on the baseline. They couldn't find her. Skip pass to Brown. Now there's Reagan. 3-pointer on the way, too strong, and Caldwell with a nice rebound.
Well, that's one of those looks you wish you could get back.
She was open. Now Carly Harveston started out there by Brown. 3-pointer by McNulty, straight away won't fly. And the ball is taken away by Baird on the rebound. Cobb Broxton now will be on the offensive attack. Into the front court, crossover dribble in the corner to Riley Rip. Goes along the baseline, the 8-foot runner won't go. Caldwell with the rebound, and we're going to call Baird with her third foul. And that definitely calls for concern for Cobb Broxton. Baird picks up the third. She's going to be replaced by Savage. And now Cobb is going to come out and some pressure in the backcourt. Harveston, it's Caitlin. Kicks it left side to Caldwell, and she lays it in for 2 and is fouled by Savage. And that will be Caldwell's 10th point with a chance to make it 11. And the second personal on Madison Savage. And it's a 7-point ball game, 30-23. Free throw no good by Caldwell. But Harveston chases it down in the corner. Her shot's blocked by Rep. She gets it back. Cross-court pass over to Buck. Drives against Brown. They're going to call an offensive foul on Riley Buck. Good position that time by Brown, and she stood in there and took the charge. Second personal on Riley. With 5:10 to play, third period. Brown walks it up to the center line. Guarded there by Caitlin Harveston plays. She's going to get a 5-second count. She's going to be careful. Gets it over to Reagan Rip. In the corner to Riley. Skip pass out to Silverhorn. Who's a good three-point shooter. If they could just get her an open. Drives against Buck. In the corner to Riley Rip. Now out in front to Brown. Crossover to Silverhorn. Having a hard time doing anything against this 3-2 zone. There's Brown, straightaway three, no good. Battle for the rebound, and Buck comes away with it. Caitlin Harveston against Silverhorn. Right side they go to Riley Buck. Hands it off to Carly. Now McNulty has it. Cobb playing a man-to-man defense. Done a little bit of zone and motion to man. There's a drive by Caitlin Harveston, and she's going to be fouled. Going to the hoop. It's going to be on Silverhorn. That'll be her second personal. Shooting 2 shots will be Caitlin Harveston. First time at the line tonight. She makes the first. That's 12 for Caitlin. And checking in for Longhorns will be Carly McNulty, number 14. And the second free throw didn't hit the rim, so it'll be
Violation white! Violation white!
It'll be Fort Cobb ball, I think. It didn't hit the rim, so it'll be Fort Cobb ball. With 4:05 to play in the third. Only scored 2 points here so far. Halfway through the third. 3-2 zones kind of baffled them so far, making them shoot from long range. Riley Rep's three-pointer won't fly. And Harveston now dribbling, picks up the dribble, tries to get it. Pass back behind the defense is Cameron McNulty, who got behind the defender, lays it in for 2. It's a 10-point lead, biggest of the contest. And Ginger Berry will check in at the next stop. They really can't afford to play to get much farther behind, I don't think. And there's a ball stolen away by Caldwell. And Carly McNulty into the front court. Lobs it into McNulty, cutting to the hoop, and she's going to be fouled by Reagan Rip. They found something in this Mustang defense, Blake, the last couple of trips. They've hit the cutter, got some easy shots. That's the second personal on Reagan Rip, and we're going to have a full timeout taken by Fort Cobb Broxton. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Oh, you put it right now? Yeah. I thought you had it for like the whole quarter. Okay, my bad.
All right, Don, here's your shooting numbers.
Okay, Blake.
Dover's still 50% from the field. They're 13 for 26 now. The Mustangs, 31% from the field, 8 for 26. And here in the third quarter, they are 1 for 7. And talked about earlier, they were 4 for 4 from 3 at one point. They've missed their last 5.
Yeah,
Bad thing is, they're still shooting a good percentage from 3, 44%. I'd take that, but
it's been a pretty good run here. This 3-2 defense is, you know, it's not something we've seen all season. And it's really putting pressure on the wings to get an open look. It's been going to take some adjusting. They're going to have to get some shots along the baseline, I think. First free throw is good by Carly McNulty. And it's an 11-point lead, biggest of the contest. And her second free throw is good. Longhorns shoot the free throws well. And it's a 12-point lead for Dover. Silverhorn. Down to Bear. They double team her. Yeah, you're right. Fort Cobb's going to have to make some three-pointers to get back in the contest, it seems, because there's Bear. Catches on a low block. Lays it in for two. That's 6 for Ginger.
That'll work too.
That's the bread and butter right there. And Bear tipped it out of bounds. Checking in during the timeout was number 32, Urelli Beso for Dover. And she lobs it in to McNulty, and her shot's blocked out of bounds by Reagan Rick. Stay with Dover along the baseline. Inbounding will be Carly Hardiston. Lobs it way out front to Beso. Try to get it to McNulty in the paint, and it's tipped away briefly. Scramble for it. It's picked up by Carly Hardiston. Bounce pass to Caitlin Hardiston. She lays it in for two on a good cut to the basket. Nice bounce pass through the lane, and it's a 12-point lead for Dover. Now they're going to pick up some pressure. Looks like a 1-3-1 trap at the half line. In the corner to Riley Rip. Baseline tray on the way. No good. Ball ricocheting around underneath the basket. Have a travel. It's called on Dover. With 2:07 to play in the third. Fort Cobb inbound along the baseline. Lobs it out front to Riley Rip. Free throw line over to Reagan left wing. Silverhorn now. Down to Bear. They double team her, and Caitlin knocks it out of bounds. That's what they're trying to do, and lob it down to the low block where Bear can go to work. Dover's done a nice job for the most part defending that. There's Rep on the inbounds play. Didn't get the little two-footer to go, but she got a putback, and it's good.
That's a good play design there. Run Brown through first, kind of clear it. Then Riley comes in behind her, virtually wide open.
It's 8 for Riley. It's a 10-point margin now. Dover on top with the basketball. 1:37 to play third. There's a high pass and out of bounds. So turnover on the Lady Longhorns. And Fort Cobb Broxton with a chance to get into single digits here. 1:33 to play third period. They're going to pick them up at the half line. Trapping type defense, and boy, they almost had it. They've done the same. Fort Cobb's done the same thing 2 times in a row. Dover kind of got wise to that. And Silverhorn set to inbound. Lobs it into Bear, and Hardiston knocks it away. Here comes Caitlin. Pull up 12-footer good. Caitlin Hardiston having an outstanding night. And it's back to a 12-point margin. Riley Rep three-pointer good. Riley Rep with her second tray. It's back to a 9-point lead. 1:03 to play. Fort Cobb picking up from the center line. Hardiston dribbles through the lane. A little running shot won't go. Bear taps it over to Silverhorn. And quickly, she comes into the front court with less than a minute to play. Brown has it. Rip fumbles the pass, picks it up. Double team now. Heavy pressure. Lobs it into Bear. It goes out of bounds. Good aggressive defense by Dover that time. Forced the turnover. I've got 16 for Caitlin Hardiston. I may be off a point or two, but so far 16 for number 20, Caitlin Hardiston's had an outstanding night. There she comes again, left of the lane, layup no good. Silverhorn at the rebound. Well, she had a good look at it that time, couldn't get it to drop. 23 seconds to play. It'll be Fort Cobb's ball to start the fourth, barring a turnover here late. A little momentum boost if they can get a basket here, Blake.
That's right.
12 seconds to play in the third. In the corner to go to Bear, moving it quickly. In the corner to Reagan Rip. She'll try a three-pointer. It might have been partially blocked, and it goes out of bounds. It's 1 second to play. And it will be Dover's basket. And McNulty looking to inbound. And she does. And that will do it. After 3 periods, Dover 39, Cobb Broxton 30. You're listening to the Longhorn Basketball Network.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
All right, Blake, you got some shooting numbers after 3 periods.
After 3, Dover is 48% from the field, 33% from 3. They're 7 for 10 at the line. Fort Cobb, 34% from the field, 42% from 3, and 3 out of 3 at the stripe. 18 rebounds for Dover, 16 for the Lady Mustangs, both teams with 12 turnovers.
All right, thank you. 39-30. 8 more minutes to play for the district championship. Big ball game. Big Fort Cobb's basketball. The winner will play Thursday night right here in Dover, Oklahoma. And Brown now into the front court to Silverhorn. Riley Rep. Interesting that Caldwell hasn't come back in. There's Riley Rep doing jumping jacks in the low block to get it to her. Silverhorn, left wing 3 on the way, no good. And a base over there with a rebound. And there's a turnover as Dover lost the handle on the pass. Another opportunity for Fort Cobb. Well, that 3-pointer looked like it was going in. A couple of those, and we've got a nail biter. Here's Rep, has it. Silverhorn. Swing around the perimeter. And there's a pass deflected by Harveston into the hands of her sister. That's Carly. Around the defender, layup won't go. She missed 2 or 3 of those here lately. Kind of kept Fort Cobb in touch. Over to Silverhorn, to Riley Rep along the baseline. 3 dribbles off to Baird. Great pass, layup, oh good. Got a rebound, and she's going to be fouled on the putback. Boy, I tell you, foul's going to be on number 13. Camry, healthy, but Ginger. It was a great feed from Riley Rep. She just couldn't get the shot in. And she's had 3 or 4 of those just like that. And now Ginger will be shooting 2. A chance to draw to 7 here. Free throw good. This is her first time at the line tonight. That gives her 7 points. And we're going to have a timeout taken. Oh no, just a substitution. Checking in will be Riley Butler, replacing Cameron McNulty. And then Ginger will have 1 more free throw attempt. And she rattled it home. 7-point ball game, 39-32. Wait a minute here in the 4th period. Raso with it in the corner to Buck. Out front, that's Carly Harveston. Brown all over her. They get it over to McNulty. Thought about a 3-pointer. Now gets it over to Caitlin Harveston. Dribbles in the paint. Kicks it right side to Carly. Back to Abeso. She'll try a left wing 3. It's along the baseline is saved into Brown. Here comes Mustang. Brown thought about passing it to Bear, but wisely picked it up. Over to Riley Rip. Baseline tray on the way. Good. Riley Rip with her 3rd tray of the night, and just like
that's
that,
a big one.
4-point ball game. 39-35. 6:23 to play in the contest. That brought the Mustang faithful to their feet. That dribbling out front, Carly Harveston over to Caitlin in the lane, lost the ball along the baseline, it's out of bounds. Turned over to Fort Cobb Broxton. Momentum shift to Fort Cobb, and Coach Pitts senses that, takes the 30-second timeout. We'll be back after this short break. we've got a ball game on our hands all of a sudden. Mustangs have trimmed a 12-point lead down to 4, 39-35. They trail by 11 or by 9 to start the fourth. And a couple of three-pointers have changed that. 4-point contest. Dover will have the ball, and let's see. No, Fort Cobb has the ball off the turnover. And full-court pressure in the backcourt by Dover. They're good at this. Reagan Rep now into the front court. Trying to get around Harveston. Gets it out to Brown now. Back to a man-to-man defense. Goes Dover. They got out of that zone. And ball was knocked out of bounds off the dribble. As Caldwell checked in for a base load during the timeout, along with Ashley Gomez. For Dover. A little more quickness in the lineup, I think. There's Bear on the inbound, and she's going to be fouled. And she'll be back at the line shooting 2. Foul is charged to number 2, Ashley Gomez. It's her first. And Ginger Bear, who was 2 for 2 at the line tonight, just a moment ago, made her 2. This one rattled out. She'll have one more. Well, these are huge. Ginger has 8 points so far tonight. Ball on the way. Makes that one. It's a 3-point ball game, 39-36.
One possession.
5:52 to play in the contest. Harveston into the front court. It's a screen. Defense played it pretty well. They're trying to get it into Harveston. They do. Swing it out left side. Caitlin's three-pointer no good. Bear with a rebound. Fort Cobb could tie it with a three-pointer. Bear dribbles up to the center line. Finally crosses it. Man-to-man, tight man-to-man by Dover. There's a pass over to Rep, too high. Taken away by Dover. Quickly into the front court to Caitlin Harveston. Tiptoeing along the baseline over to Buck. To Gomez. Dribbles to the top of the key. 5:05 to play. Getting down to crunch time. Out front now is Carly Harveston with Brown on it. Dribbling out near the center line. In the corner they go to Buck, or Gomez. Lobs it though to Caldwell, and Bear kind of went over the top there. She got to be careful with that. She taps it away. I know all the Fort Cobb fans are holding their breath, but she has 3 fouls already. Dover set to inbound. They lob it way out front. Harveston in the paint, little 12-foot runner is no good. Rebound along the baseline by Reagan Rep, and here comes Fort Cobb now. Once again with an opportunity to tie with a three-pointer. Left side to go to Silverhorn. Gomez on her. Brown right wing, down low to Bear on the low block. Turns, faces, shot no good. Riley Rep with a rebound. Her shot's no good, blocked out of bounds. It's a battle under the goal, I'll tell you. And we're going to have it's 4:21 to play. Cobb Broxton inbound. Silverhorn in the corner to Bear. They try to get it back to Silverhorn. Trying to get the give and go, but they can't get it to Bear. Riley Rep, and they're going to call it for travel. She was open briefly for the three-point line, and then she decided to dribble.
You know, I've tried to refrain from arguing with calls tonight, but that one I don't agree with. Ball was down before a pivot foot left. Now, she did move her other foot twice, but she didn't move her pivot foot.
Ball poked away by Bear.
That's a foul. There you go.
Foul on Caldwell, I think. And that'll be...
That's 3 on her, I believe.
Caldwell's third personal. With 4:01 to play in the contest, we've got a dandy for you.
These are the ones you like.
Absolutely. Silverhorn gets it into Bear. Into the front court to Riley Rip. Had an opening. Now she'll have it back. Baseline tray for the tie. It's good. Riley Rip with a long tray. That's 4, and we're tied at 39. 3:48 to play. They battle back from the deficit of 12 to tie the game. Silverhorn takes the ball away. Up ahead to Brown. Cross court to Riley Rip. Over the... Going to call a charge as she crashed into Caitlin Harveston. Got a little ahead of ourselves.
A little bit. That's what happens with momentum. You just want to get out and play.
There you go. Tie ball game. Dover with a basketball in the backcourt.
You know, there's a lot of things you can call a game like this, but the one I like to call it is a barn burner.
There you go. Over to Caldwell, going against Bear, and they're going to call a foul on the floor before the shot.
I hope they give that one to Brown.
See if it's Brown or Bear. We'll see. It's going to be Bear. That'll be her fourth, I think. That's 4 on Ginger with 3:24 to play. In the tie ball game. Inbounding is Dover. Lobs it out front. A lot of contact. In the corner they go. Harveston wanting to dribble around Brown. Old 14-footer won't go. Silverhorn clears the board.
Hey, Don, in football, I believe that's a defensive pass interference. That'd be 15 yards.
Pretty good play. Cross over to Brown in the front court. Over to Ginger Bear. Caldwell on her. Down low to Brown. The pass was a little too strong. Led her away from the basket. Mustangs trying to take the first lead since the opening minutes of the contest. Quickly over to Brown, 2:52 to play. Brown dribbling out front, Dover in a man-to-man. Silverhorn holding out front, gets a screen from Bear. Can't do anything on the give and go, so they go around to Brown. There's a lob to Riley Rip. Bounce pass to Bear, but they called it for traveling. Turnover.
Boy, they had Bear wide open.
With 2:35, we're going to have a substitution for Dover, number 13 back in. That's Camry McNulty replacing Ashley Gomez.
One thing to pay attention to here, next foul on the Lady Mustangs, Dover will be at the line shooting 1-1. Dover only with 4 team fouls right now.
Dover's good free throw shooting team. They're running a weave out front. McNulty with it. Gets it into Harveston. Her shot is good. That is Carly Harveston. Puts Dover back on top by 2, 41-39. Brown just now into the front court, guarded closely by Buck. 2:02 to play. Kind of a 1-4 setup. There's Silverhorn, right side, trying to get around her defender. Bounce pass over to Riley Rip. There's the lob to Bear. Turnaround shot is off the glass, no good, and out of bounds. Oh,
wow.
Looked like that was off of Dover, but they're going to say it went off Fort Cobb Broxton with 1:48 to play. And Dover with the ball and a 2-point lead. The Harveston sisters out front handling the ball. Silverhorn comes out to challenge. Ball knocked away by Bear, and that'll be her 5th personal foul. She was trying to lunge after the pass that was intended for Caldwell, and that's certainly a blow to Fort Cobb's offensive attack. She's going to be replaced by Savage, as Ginger will check out with those 9 points. And at the line will be Caldwell, who is 0 for 2 at the line so far for the Lady Longhorns. And the first free throw is off the back iron, hit it in 3 times and fell out. Rebound to Riley Rick. Mustangs with a chance to tie or take the lead here. Brown into the front court, guarded closely by Buck. Picks up her dribble over to Reagan now. Guarded closely by Harveston to Silverhorn. In the corner, Riley Rip, the senior on the team. Out front to Brown now with 1:16 to play. Lots of time. Brown with the crossover. It's a screen. In the corner to Silverhorn. Back to Brown. Now low block, Riley Rip. Her shot blocked, but she's fouled by Riley Buck. Riley on Riley there. And at the line will be Riley Rip, senior for the Mustangs, who played awfully well tonight. 4 trays. This will be her 2nd trip to the line. She made her first one. And she makes that.
Don, let's go back to whenever the game was tied 39-39. Lady Mustangs went on a 12-0 run to get to that point.
Outstanding stretch. Free throw to tie. She does. We're tied at 41 with 1:03 to play. Into the front court. We're going to have a timeout taken. We'll keep it right here.
I don't believe the Lady Mustangs have led this game since they led 5-4 at about the 6:10 mark of the first quarter.
I'm pretty sure you're right about that. Let's see, let's count them up here. Leading score for the Lady Mustangs, Riley Rep.
I have Riley with 19.
19, and what about harvesting for Dover?
14.
14, so quite a battle here. The Dover they scored it. They got 2 points right at the end of the first period to take a 12-8 lead after one. They led by 5 at the half, 26-21. Then they had a 12-point lead there in the third period. At the end of 3, they led it 39-30. And as you mentioned, Fort Cobb went on that 12-0 run to tie it. And they've not led, I don't believe, have they, here in the fourth? Did they ever take a lead? I didn't.
No, it was 39-39 and then now 41-41.
Right.
So
Coach Pitts has taken a timeout here.
both teams with 2 timeouts left.
You think they'll play for one here?
Man. I really don't want them to. and that's just for the sake of the action, not necessarily since we're Fort Cobb guys, I guess you could say. Now, this will go on all the broadcasts, but there's a minute left still.
A lot of time, yeah. 57
minute left,
seconds.
a lot of things can happen, so I wouldn't see.
Probably going to take the first best shot, I would imagine. They get it inbounded.
If we had a shot clock, we could go, you could do the whole 2 for 1.
In the corner they go to Buck. Drives along the baseline. Reverse layup, no good. Reagan Rep with the rebound. And Harveston poked it away. Boy, she almost stole it. Good hustle there by Carly. With 45 seconds to play, the Mustangs in a tie ball game will have the basketball going against full court pressure.
One thing to remember here, she can't move on the inbound.
Gets it into Brown. On the right side, cross court to Savage. In the corner to Reagan Rep now. 38 seconds to play.
Now, do they play for
I'm guessing they will play for one.
They're going to go for the win.
35 seconds to play. You know, you take the last shot, the worst thing it could do is go to overtime.
Just can't turn it over.
There's a pass to Brown in the lane. Over to Savage. Shot no good, right underneath the basket. Didn't have a very good angle, but Reagan Rep steals it. Over to Brown. 17 seconds, and Coach Rogers takes the timeout. We'll keep it here.
Now that's hustle.
41.
Now that's hustle.
Both teams hustling very well as Savage had a good feed there, but she didn't have a very good angle to bump it off the glass. Just kind of had to try to shoot it over the rim. Missed it, but great hustle by Reagan Rep to steal the pass away and keep the possession for Fort Cobb Broxton.
You know, one thing that the referees were talking about down here, at first they spotted the ball down there in the corner. And I wasn't sure I liked that spot. Now they're going to move it up here, right about where the coach's box would be.
Yeah.
Right, exactly in front of the bench. An ordinary spot for a sideline.
For a side throw in.
So,
yeah, it's pretty difficult along the baseline, but there's not a lot of room down there for your people to move around to get open. So it's kind of a break for Fort Cobb that they moved it a little farther up the floor. It's going to be an aggressive defense here by Dover. You know, they can afford to foul.
They can.
They only have 5 team fouls, so they can, be real aggressive, and a foul wouldn't hurt them.
One thing they don't want to do is foul on a shot.
Correct.
Lady Mustangs are 8 for 9 from the free throw.
All right, we're about set to play. It'll be Silverhorn to inbound.
We were talking about butterflies and nervousness before the game. Do you think anyone's nervous now?
No, they're not nervous now.
How about the crowd?
No, they are. The players are. I promise you. They're enjoying this. Silverhorn trying to get it in.
We got to get it in.
Finally bounce pass, and Coach Rogers called the timeout just as she got it inbounded, but I don't blame her. She was trying to save the timeout, and they will only have one more left, I believe. Or is that their last one?
I think that might be their last one.
Shows one left on the board.
Yeah, that's their last.
That was their last timeout, so they've got to get it inbounded here, otherwise it'll be a turnover. And she just, of course, it's one of those things. She was kind of gritting her teeth after he gave her the timeout because they get inbounded the ball clean.
And if I'm Coach Rogers right now, I'm telling them, whoever's inbounding, I would assume it'd be Silverhorn. Don't take a timeout if you're in trouble. But if you do get in trouble, maybe try to bounce it off a defender, make it go out of bounds. Yep. If you do get in that position.
Well, you just
now,
that could happen.
It's tough to think there in that 5 seconds about, can I do this? Can I do that? But
Dover
This team's
doesn't-
seasoned.
Yeah,
Both of these teams are seasoned,
They've been through a lot of pressure.
for that matter.
So we're going to try a little different setup here on the inbounds play with 16.8 to play. And as I mentioned, Fort Cobb has no more timeouts. Dover has only 5 team fouls, so they can't afford to be real aggressive right here. A foul wouldn't hurt them.
Just make sure if you're the Lady Mustangs, don't set a moving screen on the inbound.
They get it into Reagan Rep with 15 seconds. Now Brown being really pounded out front, really pressuring her. 9 seconds, and they call it a 5 second. Boy, that's a tough one there. With 8 seconds to go, it's a turnover.
Well, now you have to play defense
Now
for
they're
Fort
going to give
Cobb.
them the ball. It's going to be a timeout taken by Dover. We'll just keep it right here. Been a dandy of a ball game, folks. Hope you're enjoying it. Both these teams have been giving it their all. Okay, it's been fun to watch, Blake. Both these teams played well. What's your scoring shooting percentage here? Well, who do you go to here if you're Dover?
Well, I think if you're Dover, you're going to have to go to Caitlin Harveston. I mean, she has 14 tonight, but at the same time, with Bear out, you could go to Caldwell down low, maybe draw a foul. Only reason I say that is because the person guarding her is a freshman. That's nothing against Madison Savage at all, but you know, every once in a while that does happen.
I think they'll go to a zone here. I would assume.
I don't know. I mean, Dover hasn't shot the 3 ball well. They are 2 for 8 from behind the arc.
You got to be careful about the drive.
Anything, you know, in 8 seconds, a lot of things can happen.
Harveston has been good about driving to the middle of the lane.
Certainly can't give up an easy open look.
8 seconds to play. Inbounding at the center line. Harveston gets it into McNulty.
Do have to rebound to miss, though.
Back to Harveston.
Any extra
top of the key. Ball over to Buck. Fumble. 1 second, and the ball is going to be out of bounds. We're going to go to overtime.
OT.
Pretty good defense by Fort Cobb, but it looked like Dover to me was a little bit indecisive. Let's take a 1-minute timeout, and when we come back, we'll have overtime.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking it.
All right, we're set for overtime. Savage jumping center against Caitlin Harveston. And we're set for some free basketball and outstanding district final contest. It's been a beauty.
If this isn't getting what you paid for, I don't know what is, Don.
Dover was started on the attack, and there's a weave through the lane. Camry McNulty puts Dover back on top, and there's a turnover immediately. Great work by Dover to get the easy 2 to take the lead, and then they get a turnover on the inbounds play. And so now Dover will have a chance to build on a 2-point lead. Into Caldwell, gets by her defender, shot off the glass, no good. Got her on rebound, and put back good, and she fouls. Boy, I tell you, Dover has exploded here for 4 straight points in the first 30 seconds of overtime. 3rd personal foul on Madison Savage. And Caldwell will be at the line. So far, I think she's 0 for 3, I believe. Chance for a 3-point play for the freshman. Off the back iron, no good. Riley Rip for the rebound. 4-point lead for Dover. Brown into the front court. Man-to-man defense by the Longhorns. Riley Rip, top of the key, over to Brown. Left side to Riley Rip. Still 3:19 to play in the contest. Silverhorn kicks it right side to Reagan Rip. Penetrates in the paint, that's Silverhorn, now to Brown. To Riley Rip. Dover doing an outstanding job defending every position to get it to Savage. Ball loose. Caldwell picks it up on the turnover. Over to Dover. 2:53 to play. And now Dover's going to be content to slow things down, as you might imagine. There's Caldwell. She traveled. Shuffled her feet, trying to drive. And it'll be turned over to Fort Cobb. Once again, pressure in the backcourt. Trying to get it to Brown. They do. And she will bring it into the front court against Buck. Over to Silverhorn. Gets a screen from Riley Rip. There's the roll, but the pass is knocked away by Harveston. Lob pass up ahead to Camry Carly Harveston, and she lays it in for two, and it's back to a 6-point lead for Dover. They've scored them all so far here in overtime.
Sort of wondering how they only scored 2 all of the fourth quarter. Now they have 6 in the first 2 minutes.
Look like
of
a different team here in overtime. They've really come to life. There's a screen by Savage. Brown Caldwell, layup good by Zoe Brown. And it's a 4-point ball game with 2:03 to play. Carly Harveston dribbles across the timeline in no hurry. Caldwell gets by Savage, splits the defenders, layup good. Joy Caldwell makes it a 6-point lead for Dover. Brown across the timeline. Over to Silverhorn. Right side Reagan Rip, 3-pointer on the way, no good, too strong. And Caitlin Harveston with a long rebound. And they've got all the momentum and time on their side here with 1:24 to play in the overtime. And out front we have Caitlin Harveston and Carly Harveston. Now down to Caldwell at the free throw line. Double team through the defense. Layup good. Caldwell's come alive here in overtime, and it's an 8-point lead up ahead to Savage. 1:06 to play along the baseline. The Brown is poked out of bounds by Harveston, I believe. 1:01 to play. Dover's really played well here in overtime. Cobb gets it in to Rip, and she's going to be fouled by Carly Harveston. And that'll just be the 16th foul on Dover. Have to foul one more time before Cobb gets to shoot free throws in the bonus situation. Going to have a timeout taken. It will be a full timeout. We'll be back after 1 minute.
Coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorse Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorse get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
51-43 our score in overtime. We were tied at 41 in regulation. And Dover, it's been all Dover here for like overtime period.
Well, you know, ordinarily whenever you get in an overtime situation, unless both teams just keep answering one another, a lot of times the team that wins the game is the one that scores and then gets a stop and scores again. And it's just simply put hard to come back from.
You're right. Inbounding on the sideline. Fort Cobb gets it into Reagan Rip. 15-foot jumper from the free throw line. Might have been partially defective to Caldwell, but we're going to have a travel called on Dover. 55 seconds to go. So it's not over yet. A couple of quick threes, and you never know. What happened kind of at period. Into Riley Rip. Up around her defender. Her shot is blocked by Caitlin Harveston. Quickly down the other way. And Riley Rip hustles back to knock it out of bounds. To save an easy basket as Riley Buckley's position to make it a 10-point lead. Carly Harveston set to inbound. Out front to Buck. And I'm sure their Lady Longhorns probably just like to burn the clock here, but Caldwell, she'll drive it in and score right over Riley Rip. Shows you what I know.
Don't have to worry about burning clock whenever you keep scoring, I guess.
Caldwell's had a great overtime period. Joey Brown, nice play over to Savage. Her shot good, and she's fouled. Boy, what Cobb would have given for that at the end of regulation. Foul is going to be charged to Joy Caldwell. That's her fourth personal. And Madison Savage at the line here. The three-point play, and the free throw is good. That's three from Madison. Long pass into the front court to McNulty. Long pass to Caldwell. And she bumps it up. No good. Battle for the rebound. Silverhorn takes it away. And Harveston gets it right back, lays it in for two. That's Carly Harveston. And that's probably going to do it. Brown quickly into the front court. 6 seconds. All the way to the paint. Shot no good. 3 seconds. And that'll be your final score. Dover Lady Longhorns winning in overtime. 55-46 over the Fort Cobb Broxton Lady Mustangs. And what was an outstanding ball game tonight, Blake.
Well, whenever you get to go to overtime, you pretty well bet it is a pretty good game. And it was almost like a game of runs. And now the first half was pretty even both ways. And any way you looked at it, it was just about the same for either team.
Let's get the trophy presentation here as they come out and
for the hardware,
give the
your district champions, the Dover Lady Longhorns.
Championship trophy is awarded to the Dover Lady Longhorns. So congratulations to Dover on a hard-fought victory as they will play next Thursday night here at Dover, 6:30 versus Peyton. And Fort Cobb Broxton will be here Thursday afternoon at 1:30 to take on those missions. Okay, Blake, go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're fine.
Have the game right.
Like I said, the first half was pretty even both ways. There in the second half, it seemed like Dover would score 5-6 points in a row. Fort Cobb would score 5-6 in a row. And then there in the fourth quarter, Lady Mustangs outscored Lady Longhorns 11-2 and went on a 12-0 run at one point.
A lot of points in 4 minutes.
That's right. And then that tied it. We go to overtime, and Dover comes out, scores 14 points in 4 minutes, and wins this one by 9. And just their shooting numbers there in the fourth quarter compared to overtime. The fourth quarter, they were 1 for 7. Overtime, 7 for 9. So, whatever.
Yeah. You can tell by those rafters, those banners hanging from the rafters.
That's right.
It's hard to beat Dover at this gym.
Whatever Coach Pitts said there before we had the final tip, it sparked something. Final shooting percentages here. Both teams, Dover finishes 49% from the field, 25% from 3, and 58% from the line. Lady Mustangs, 33% from the field, 44 from 3, 9 out of 10, 90% from the free throw line. 20 turnovers for Dover, 22 for Lady Mustangs. And scoring for the players, Riley Rep leads all scorers with 19 tonight. Reagan Rep 8. Ginger Bear 9, Zoe Brown 4, Clea Silverhorn and Madison Savage both with 3. For the Lady Longhorns, Joy Caldwell leads them with 18. She also had 10 rebounds, so there's a double-double for her. Caitlin Harveston 14, Carly Harveston 13, Camry McNulty 6, Riley Buck 2, and Carly McNulty also had 2. And before we get ready here for the boys game, you got to tip the cap both of those teams.
Oh, yeah.
They fought
Okay.
literally until the final buzzer. And you can tell both of those teams have something to play for. And Dover ranked 19. Folks, you might as well put them on your radar as a sleeper.
Yeah.
Go to the state tournament. They're definitely no slouch. And they'll get Payton next Thursday at 6:30. Lady Mustangs have a little bit tougher road to the big house. They have to win 6 straight. And that'll start next Thursday at 1:30 against Oaks Mission. They'll be back in Dover for that one. How about this boys game? What are we thinking, Don?
Oh, I don't know. It's a little too early for me to. I'm still thinking about the girls' contest. I tell you what. How about we take a time out and we come back in about 10 minutes? We'll get set up for this boys' contest.
Sounds good.
Appreciate the great analysis work, and thanks for joining us, folks. As I mentioned, come back here in about 10 minutes. We'll have Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs taking on the Dover Longhorns. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back in about 10 minutes.
With Pioneer iVideo and start streaming the most popular TV shows and movies from your favorite devices today. Download the iVideo app and start watching anywhere in your home using Pioneer Internet. Each package includes free high-definition and cloud DVR features like video on demand, Restart TV, and Replay TV, just in case you forget to record a program. Visit gopioneer.com for more details and compatible devices. Some restrictions apply.